If you're happy and you know it's Zydeco.
If happy and you know it, Manger.
If you're happy and you know it,
Nothing God will help you show it.
if you're happy and you know it, Festival.
It's over with. It's over with.
It's over with.
High five. High five. High five. High five. High five. Welcome to the Swamp Road TV show, coming to you from Black Gold Casino in Tucson. How about a hand for that Black Gold? Good right here. Huh?
It's sounding good, looking
People
good, man.
Like our people right here at Black Gold Casino in Tucson. You know what? Black Gold loves y'all as well. Whether you're out here for the Swamp Road TV show taping or you're out here trying to luck in your machine with le gens dans ton poche comme ça, you can do that right here at Black Gold Casino in Tucson. Then you got Rascal's Restaurant, huh?
You sure do. All kind of specials every day.
They got some buffet there. You can order off the menu, the hamburg, seafood. They got steak night. They got all the good stuff right here. And then quick, we need a little driving food.
Oh, the shop right. Driving food, gasoline, diesel, lottery tickets, little mix match beers. They got it all.
Here, north side of I-10 in Tucson. All right, they also do a band the first Saturday of the month right here on this very same stage.
They sure do.
I'm trying to think when this show is going to air. I think the band is going to be May 6th. Does that sound like a Saturday?
That is a Saturday.
And this show will air the 4th, I think, Thursday the 4th.
Yes, it will.
The band, I think, is Ken Holloway, but I'm not sure. But I think I saw that on the sign. Did you notice that?
I didn't look at the
Close
song.
enough. I think we just tried it out. You come check out a band the first Saturday of the month right here at Black Gold Casino in Tucson. We do the Swamp Road TV show every other Wednesday night, whether you want us to or not. What's the date today, Lil Buck?
Today is April 26th.
April 26th, right there. Great band. This band travels all over the country. It's funny and sad at the same time that you can see this band more on the East Coast and more on the West Coast than you can see them on the South Coast. And they're from the South Coast for the most part. It's a great Zydeco band. It's from the ABCs of Zydeco. He's one of the Bs. He got a couple other Bs with him. It's going to be a great band. It's going to be a great night for the Swamp Road TV show. KDCG TV at Black Gold Casino. Lil Buck, who's standing behind us, ready to roar?
Jeffery Broussard and the Creole Cowboys.
Take it away, fellas. I'm talking Jeffery, Broussard, and the Creole Cowboys. So we can't go to commercial break yet. Jeffrey, you got one ready to roll? You got one ready to roll? Pay attention. Swamp Road TV show, KDCG TV, Black Gold Casino. Do so. welcome back to that Swamp Road TV show, coming to you from Black Gold Casino in Dusson. Jeffrey Broussard, man, I got to shake your hand. Thank you so much for coming out here to the show, baby.
Thanks for having me, man.
I don't know. Thank your lovely wife, Michelle, for making that call. Millie, Michelle. I call, you know, it's part of my trademark is to call everybody by the wrong name. So that's,
In the month of February.
In the month of February. So right on it. Thank you, Millie, for making that call. And I always say, behind every successful guy, whether he's a musician, whether he's a truck driver, whether he's a farmer, it takes a good woman to back him up and hold him up right there.
I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed.
She's good for you, and I see you doing great as well. You know, earlier, the intro to the show, I said you can usually see this band, who's from here, more often on the East Coast and West Coast, than you can see them on the Gulf Coast, and that's kind of true. You all over the country and out of the country oftentimes, huh?
Yes, very much so. Very much so.
What's some of the hot spots that y'all hit probably several times a year? What's some of those cities? Because I think a lot of people don't even realize that.
I would say Rhode Island, Connecticut, California. I mean, majority, I mean, a bunch of places, man. I can't even name them all. Yeah. Mississippi, I mean, you name it.
You hit it all, Mississippi and everything. Well, you guys are sounding great. You always sounded great as well. And I kind of always say that you really could play really everything on stage if it needed to be, huh?
Yes, yes.
What was the first instrument you picked up as a young Broussard?
Drums.
Drums, that's kind of the progression right there.
Yes.
Then accordion was next, or?
I fiddle around with different things. I took accordion like pretty much last.
And you even fiddle around with the fiddle the last several years.
Yeah, I'm having fun with that.
Yeah, well, that's great, man, great. Lil Buck.
I just feel so honored right now, and a little touching story to me right here. 30 years ago, next week, there was this radio show that started with Todd Artigo and Dr. Feelgood, and then shortly after the Swamp and Roll radio started, they started this thing called Front Porch Zydeco, and I was probably 10, 12 years old, and back then there wasn't a whole lot of Zydeco bands to be played on radio, so I would go. I was so lucky to go because it was a Sunday afternoon. I wasn't gonna get home late, and there was Bojack Boozoo, Keith Frank, and Zydeco Force, and so out of those names that we, you know, Bojack, we can't go see anymore. Boozoo, we can't go see anymore. Clifton, but we can see Jeffrey Broussard, who was a member of Zydeco Force. So you've been doing it a long time, and you keep carrying it on and just doing great.
Yes, I'm very grateful. I thank God for that, man. I've changed my life. I give my life to God. I'm doing so much better. I got blessed with a good wife. Hey, man, I'm giving all the glory to God.
That's all we can do. But I just want to say thank you so much, because even like my son, who's 11, is now starting to enjoy our local music. I introduced him to Zydeco Force and Jeffrey Broussard. And so tonight, when I told him where I was going, first thing he said, he's the one that sings that Mule Called Shine. And I said, that's the one, you know. So you have left your mark on people like me and my dad and even my son now. So it's generation to generation, and you're a big part of it. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Jeffrey, we got a couple of them ready to go.
Yeah, we could do a little something.
Swamp Road TV show, Black Gold Casino in Dusson. Jeffrey Broussard and the Creole Cowboy. See, he got a cowboy hat. We're going to talk to him in a little bit. Real cowboy.
Won't be long before I make you mine. It won't be long. Hey, hey, oh, 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 it won't be long before I make you mine. Cut it down, cut it down. Make you mine, girl, it won't be long. won't be long, boy. Oh, I'll make you mine. It won't be long. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, bye. It won't be long, boy. Oh, I'll make you mine. Cut it on, cut it on.
entendre la musique à Jeffery Broussard et les Cowboys Créoles. On va faire un autre comme ça? We're gonna do another one?
Yeah.
Let's do one more for a commercial break right here. Giving it to us Zydeco and Creole style, all in one package. Jeffery Broussard, Creole Cowboys. Hey, welcome back to that Swamp Road TV show. You know, I'd have wore a cowboy hat if I could find a cowboy hat big enough to fit on my head. I have the biggest head. You think you got a big head? I'll take you any day in a contest. Who's got the biggest head? Already got the biggest head. I do. This man wears a cowboy hat well. Let me let him talk to my stick as I shake his hand. Who I have the pleasure of shaking hand with right now?
John McGagne.
You got that? Dejama Gagne right there. From Plaisance right there, right? Where you from, Dejama, originally?
Originally, St. Paul, Minnesota. Yeah, my oldest aunt, she was an oblate nun. She started St. Peter Clavier Church up there. Yeah, it was a black Catholic church out in Nanan and Patan, and everybody in the church was from Louisiana.
Get out, really? So y'all had a scene over there in Minnesota over there?
Yeah, ain't nobody left. Everybody came back.
Yeah, at some point. When did you move back to Louisiana or move to Louisiana?
When I joined Filet in '93.
Oh, that's right. You were a member of Filet in '93 for several years.
I had to bust up my French band in Austin. It wasn't too good. The dance floor wasn't too good.
This is working out good with one of the legends of Creole Zydeco music right there, Jeffery Broussard. You've been with Jeffery quite a bit, huh?
Oh, since the beginning, 12 years. Lappy, too. Oh, yeah, I remember our first tour. Oh, yeah, like 12 years ago, 13 years ago. 07, something like that. Yeah.
Well, you're great, man. You play the guitar, but you probably play, I know you play fiddle. You play probably several instruments, if I'm guessing right.
Oh, my favorite is bass. Yeah, everybody knows that.
You do it all. Thank you, Dejama. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate what you're doing. Thank you for the smile as well, baby.
Pleasure to be in this band, man. It's a great band.
I'm sure it is. Have you been on the Swamp Road TV show with somebody before or what?
Somebody.
Yeah, probably.
I don't remember who. Maybe Filet? I don't remember.
No, that's even I don't know. That's a bit back, but I appreciate it. Thank you, Dejama. Well, I thank you, man. He says he's glad to be on with this band. I'm sure he is. Let me talk to this guy right here. I'm thinking he's come from away. What's your name, young man?
Jim Scott.
Jim Scott, and that's a name I could probably remember because they both have a short. That the Jean Garnier, it took me about, how long you been here? It took me about 30 years to remember how to say that. Jim Scott? I got it right there. Where you from, Mr. Jim Scott?
From El Cerrito, California.
God dog, and you came in just for the show or what?
A few shows, yeah.
Yeah, we're doing the show during Festival International weekend, so I know Jeffrey didn't have some shows, but by the time you watch this on TV, that has happened already. Tell me, I'm guessing your introduction to this band was whenever they played at your place in California, when they played at your home state.
Yeah, I think I first met him in Berkeley, when he played out in Berkeley once. Okay. And 5 or 6 years ago, something like that.
Terrific. Now, you played in other bands, I'm sure. What kind of style of music was that you were playing in California?
I played with a guy named Mark St. Mary that's from Lake Charles originally, but he relocated out there. Yeah. And that was Zydeco. And got kind of New Orleans style blues band out there I play in. So.
Well, good, man. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Your family knows what you're doing over here?
Yeah. Yeah, my girlfriend's from New Orleans, so they know all about it.
Thank you, Jim Scott. I'm going to remember your name right there. Lil Buck, you got a couple of them.
That's right. We're going to talk to this little fella right here playing scrubboard.
Lil?
Oh, it's a true story. I asked the permission to pass by him earlier to get next to you. I think it's the bodyguard / scrubboard player. Your name and where you from?
Jeffrey Broussard Jr. from Lafayette.
Jeffrey Broussard Jr. Jeffrey Broussard Jr., right?
Yeah.
Man, what, Jeffrey, that got to make you feel good. Have your son right here playing scrubboard.
Man, it's a blessing, bro. It's a blessing.
And he probably is really doubling as a bodyguard, too, right?
Oh, yeah. You got my slack.
You gonna take care of him, huh?
I got you. That's my dad.
That's right. Literally, I asked him permission to make sure it was okay. I thought that it was the bodyguard up here earlier.
I tell you what, you would have had it, man. If you'd have showed him a burger, you'd have been, oh, go ahead, man.
Oh, that's not true, huh? Hey, you could tell everybody, because this is one of those worldwide things. That's not true, huh?
It depends.
Depends where the burger was from, huh? Yeah, okay. Anyway, Jeffrey Broussard Jr. playing scrubboard. Thank you so much. And this is, I'm just going to go ahead and take a guess. This is probably not the only instrument you play, right?
Yeah, I play a little something every now and then.
Well, maybe. You probably play all of them up here?
Not the guitar.
Not the guitar. Drums, accordion, fiddle.
Not the fiddle.
But it's probably in the works, though, if I imagine, right?
Yeah, right now it sounds like some children crying.
Well, you got to start somewhere. You got to start some. Hey, when I started playing the stereo, it was nothing but all kind of scratching going on. You got to start somewhere. So
That's it.
That looks like a Broussard behind you right there. I'm guessing.
I'm thinking so. But he's just kind of standing in the shadows, he said, just because Jeffrey Broussard Jr. was so tall. Your name and where you from?
Jeffery Broussard from Opelousas, Louisiana.
All right, another Broussard remote. And looking how you're carrying yourself and doing things, this is probably not the first band you played with, huh?
No, sir.
No. And it's probably hadn't been playing bass for only a couple of years either, huh?
No, sir.
You care to answer any of those questions? How long you been playing bass?
It's been a while, off and on.
20, 30 years?
Oh, no, I say about a good 15 years.
A good 15 years?
He's coming around.
He's coming around. He's
Well,
coming around.
the key is, the thing is, he had his own band, the Zydeco Blazers. So he's an original accordion player.
He passed through your window. Passed through your window.
So, you know,
I'm in the blaze.
another B of the ABCs is Zydeco.
I got a 45.
How many instruments can you play up here?
About 3.
About 3. So pretty much all of them then, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much, man, for coming out
I'm
tonight.
going
We
to catch the
appreciate it.
drummer right here. I think he's easier on my side. Drummer, you're going to have to stand up a little bit. What's your name? Where you hail?
My name is Greg Gordon.
Greg Gardner. Where you from, Greg?
I'm from Lafayette.
Lafayette. You played with some other bands before you hooked up with the Creole Cowboys?
Yeah, I played with Lil Buck. I played with CJ and Buckwheat.
So you put some miles in too then.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know you're having a good time with the Creole Cowboys as well.
Of course. Great band. Good band. Yeah.
How about Dejama? He eats y'all food or he don't eat that much?
Oh, that's my best buddy right there. That's my best buddy, Dijon.
Thank you, Mr. Gardner. Appreciate it. Now, there's some Gardens that played this music in Lafayette. You related to that? I can't think of Russell Garden, maybe?
That's my brother. Yeah.
Oh, man, I remember more than I thought I remembered. Thank you, drummer. Appreciate it. Jeffrey, you got what you got? A 1, 2, 3. You got a triple note stacked up. You gonna do a couple with us?
Yes, sir.
Swap Road TV show. Jeffrey Broussard and the Creole Cowboys. KDCG TV. Thank you, LafayetteTravel.com.
If teardrops were diamonds on an African mine, if my heartache was silver, I think my whole life would shine. I'd be one of the richest men. Oh, one of the richest men. In the world, if teardrops were diamonds, African mind, my heartaches was silver, my whole life would shine. I'd be one of the richest men. Oh, one of the richest men. In the world. I played with your mind. I'd be one of the richest men. Whoa, one of the richest men in the world. Yes, I would.
Blast off. Welcome back to the Swamp World TV show, KDCG TV. Again, our friends at LafayetteTravel.com.
That's right.
Thank you. And I tell you, this is a big Lafayette travel weekend, although by the time you're watching this show, this happened, but we're filming this show as the commencement of Festival International. And LafayetteTravel.com has a whole lot in promoting that so people can come see these great bands all around. And, you know, it's a great weekend because of that festival, but every weekend it's like too many bands to see at one time. We're living in God's country. Thank you, God, for that as well. Jeffrey, that Richest Man, that's like a song that brings them in right there. And you play that song with so much passion. How many times you didn't play that song and still pull it off like that?
I can't count it, man. I can't count it. It's one of my most requested songs.
It's on the CD, I believe, as well.
Yes, yes, definitely is on the CD.
So if I wanted to buy that CD, where can I get that CD at?
Well, first of all, if I got some with me, you buy it from me first.
So we go see Jeffery Broussard live, East Coast, West Coast, Gulf Coast,
That's it.
North
Louisiana,
Coast, it doesn't matter.
everywhere, yeah.
You got the CDs with you.
That's it. But you could
you'll even autograph it if we need to,
Oh,
right?
definitely. You could go online and get it, or you could go to Flat Town Music and feel flat.
All right. So online at there's so many that does online now. There's Google Play, Todd's Cousin, iTunes, CD Baby, but Flat Town Music as well, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, today was a monumental day, not exactly a very happy day. The Grand Ole Opry of Zydeco, Richard's Club, which became Miller's Zydeco Hall of Fame, burned down last night. Then it kind of finished burning this morning from what I could gather with. I'm not sure exactly when, but anyway, it's no longer there. Jeffery Broussard, in other bands, let's go ahead and name it Zydeco Force. You probably played there a couple of hundred times maybe. That's in your neighborhood and everything.
I tell you what, man, I played to Richard so much, and it got to the point to where we're not going back there again next week, and it was like this week and next week. It was bouncing because it was Richard, Slims, the Hamilton
back and
Club.
forth. Yeah, that was a circuit.
It was a circuit.
Yeah, right. And you didn't need to go out of town because you had work there.
Yeah.
Then they did a lot of shows of Zydeco Extravaganza with the Cravens were also filmed at Richard's Club. And y'all even had a song about it in a previous band as well.
Right.
And then I know you went out to Richard's Club many times to see Boozoo, Bojack, John Delafosse, and all that.
Right
I
on.
think if you have one ready, maybe do like one of those Boozoo songs that a lot of people cover these days in honor of Richard's Club and Boozoo as well. What you think?
You got it. I'm going to say this much, though, man. I was sorry to hear that happen. That was one club I could tell you that just had a sound, bro, that no other club had. That will never be replaced. That place was historical, man.
It was, I guess, all wood and that low ceiling. It held the music tight.
And the dance floor is like you were dancing on springs, man. You know?
Yeah, there was no support left.
No support
But
left.
I was lucky. I seen Boozoo, Bojack a lot. I've seen y'all a couple of times, Keith Frank, but my highlight there was seeing Clifton Chenier. I've seen him only one time, and it was there before he was in the chair, you know. So anyway, I'm a little bit older than you. That's terrific. So in memory of Richard's Club, Boozoo, and everybody else in the world, Jeffery Broussard and the Creole Cowboys. And in the words of Dr. Feelgood, until next time,
Behave your damn self.
Would you say not be bad?